Hey guys, welcome back. And today we have an album review, and so this is only like weeks worth because I'm doing e-learning and I always have my stereo going, kind of thing. And so yeah, so we have a lot today, and I'm saying there's going to be more diversity than the other ones, mostly because now we're kind of like. Because for both, me, I'm just gonna tell you what we all do. So the album review, both my dad and me both have big CD collections. And 1 year ago, I'm just gonna listen to all of them A to B. So I listened to one of my dad's, one of mine, one of my dad's, one of mine, and just keep going like that. Well, so I'm calling them pit stops. And so right now, I'm kind of in the middle. And as of right now, with my dad, so still in the Mötley Crüe stuff and era kind of thing. And right now, we're just, we finished, actually. We finished all of mine. And now now we're just going through the ones that didn't get listened to the first time around, like new ones that got added in after I went through them all. Stretched my leg, because I've been doing crisscross because I've been crossing my legs for the last hour, it feels like. And so I just talk about them, say, hey, this is good, hey, this is bad, kind of thing. Favorite songs and stuff like that. So it goes from a 1 to 5 rating, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 3 is always like my middle, like, I don't know, it's okay, kind of stuff. Also, I have a thing, so when I pronounce my R's, and they sound like a little W-ish, like if I said the word car, it's like like wood, and it sounds like it has like that W-ish kind of sound to the R. Yeah, that happens actually a lot. Sometimes I pronounce my R's perfectly, and like I don't really hear it or pay attention to it. Sometimes I can catch it before I say it, like, oh, this is going to sound wrong kind of thing. But sometimes I don't. So if I say a word that should have an R in it, but it sounds like a W-ish kind of, place where the R should be, there should be an R in there. So let's get right to this. Our first is, Mötley Crüe Generation Swine. So this was a okay album. The only song I liked was Afraid, number 2. And, so it's okay. And so overall, I'll give it like a 2 or 3. Okay, so this was in the previous album review. We have a box set of Toto that we're all going through right now, and it's the greatest hits. So now this is Toto CD 2, and there's all so the big songs is Hold the Line. I also like number 10 is a Manual Run. Is it Mushanga? That's a okay one. I Supply the Love is another good one. And so, in this whole box set, they don't have Africa on the greatest hits. Like, why you don't have Africa, I have no idea. But, yeah, that's all I'm saying, literally. There's 3 CDs. All have 14 tracks on them. No Africa, it's nuts. Yeah, I'll give this one like a 3. So next, this is the Animals of the Ark, and so this came out in 1983. So this is the Animals reunion album in the 1980s. The album itself, sadly, it probably could have. They have some good stuff on it, but it sadly didn't get enough playing time on radio stations. And also, the manager of the Animals at the time had this whole concert thing kind of set up. They kind of like ditched them, kind of thing. So there's never a tour to promote it, which is kind of sad. So I'm giving this a 5. It's really good, and I like the album cover too. I think it's kind of cool. So next we have kind of an iconic album, the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. It's mostly known for the fact that it's the album that kind of inspired John Lennon to do Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Beatles album. And so there's the track listing. The big ones off here is Wouldn't It Be Nice, Sleep John B, God Only Knows, and I think that's it. I think Caroline No is on the greatest hits, but I don't know. I haven't really listened to the greatest hits in a while, because I usually play it during summer, 4th of July, but we Cabin kind of got destroyed during the flood last year, so woo. Go me. Okay, so this is actually it's pretty okay album. So, yeah, also to tell what's mine, what's my dad's, I number mine, so it's my 156th CD, and I got this in 2020, so that's how you can kind of tell the difference. So yeah, this is good. It's a pretty okay, nice kind of, listen to the background kind of thing, so I'll give this one a 4. And look, there's blends in with the background. Okay, so this is Chuck. And if I remember correctly, I like the album cover. Chuck came out in 2017. This is my 137th CD. Got this in 2019. So, probably the big songs over here was Wonderful Woman, Big Boys, and I like Jamaica Moon. That was a good one. And then I like The Dutchman was another one. And I think that's the biggest one off of here was The Dutchman. So now this came out only like 2 weeks before Chuck Berry died. This was his last album that he made. And his first album he's made in over 40 years. He was starting to make his comeback, but sadly died. So I'll give this a 3. Next we have Bryan Adams, The Best of Me. So now this guy came out in 2002, and so my dad has one Bryan Adams CD. It's called Waking Up the Neighbors, and it rocks. So I thought this would be like that, but it's not. It has lots of ballads and stuff, so I was kind of disappointed in that. But I like The Best of Me, and Can't Stop This Thing We Started was actually off the album, so I like that song. Summer 69, and then Run to You. Now those two are just great songs in general. But 1, 2 is actually my personal favorite one, so yeah. So I'll give this a 3. Next round, Mötley Crüe, Greatest Hits. And so, it's Greatest Hits, so all of them are kind of big. And so, but I like on here, if you look closely, on all the prescription things on the side of the pill boxes, it actually says all the albums of Mötley Crüe. So I'll give this a 5, because it's a Greatest Hits album. Next up, Mötley Crüe, A New Tattoo. Now this came out in 2000, and I was kind of surprised. This is actually very short. Like, it was only like a half an hour to listen to. Like, so I'm sitting doing homework, and also, it feels like just right when I put it in, it was just done. I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm like, oh, it's only like a half an hour. I'm like, that's different. Because usually, like, now albums take, like, an hour to listen to. It's nuts, like 40 minutes. It's, like, amazing. It's amazing how much you can put on a CD. But, so so it rocks, but I advise not really, kind of let your kids listen to that. Swine. I can't say it. Swine. I got it. There you go. Mostly because of the second. Well, because they talk a lot about drugs and stuff. And, yeah. So, I don't know if any big songs off this or anything, but... Okay. So next, this is Tommy Lee presents Tommyland The Ride. This is actually, like, I was surprised. Tommy Lee is a drummer in Mötley Crüe, and for me, he's probably the most violent drummer, like, ever. He really hits the drums hard kind of thing. This is actually a very low-key album. Like, it had a lot of, like, acoustics and stuff in it, and it was really, like, I thought it would be, like, metal kind of thing. I'm like, oh, it's, like, kind of, like, laid back kind of thing. So it's kind of different. So I would give this a, now let me think. I'll give this a 3. It's pretty, nice, like, background music, easy listening kind of stuff. I was somewhat surprised, and I kind of like this album artwork kind of thing, too. So, yeah. So now here's CD 3 of Rosanna Best of Toto. I'll give it like a 4. Big Songs was number 299, was the only probably big song. But then also like I Will Remember is another one I like. And Stranger in Town is good too. And I think Hydra is good. So those are my favorite songs off this album. And yeah. And I'll give it, I think it's a 3. Yeah. So next we have Carve in Stone by Vince Neil. Vince Neil is the lead singer of Mötley Crüe. This is his solo. So this is pretty good. Had only about 10 songs. You know, it rocks. It's Vince Neil, it rocks kind of thing. But like it was overall, it's just okay. You know, it's just not like, ooh, that song is amazing. Not like it's just after a while, it just all kind of blends in together, kind of thing. And so I'll give this a 2. So if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, complaints, questions, and just 2 questions, or you know, just like any cool facts about these albums too, because I always like to know new facts and stuff, because I'm a kind of history buff. I'm a king of trivia too. So I always kind of like to know this stuff. And plus, if I ever, which I probably will, like review these albums again, I can say it too. So not even more people can know. So yeah. Also, I kind of want to know what your favorite album is that I reviewed. So if you want to put that down in the comments below too, I always kind of like to see, you know, what people like, I guess. Because we had a lot of like obscure album because this one, you had a lot of different stuff. It's not like, you know, like the only like maybe big popular album we actually had on here was Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. Pet Sounds. So like I guess your thoughts like on these albums and stuff. And yeah, so please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And also, one more thing, I was just thinking, not next week, the week after its album review, I'm just saying, guys, just don't fear the Reaper.